صنعاء مسقط عماني ويا دمشق بلاد الشام.
For 11 days in May, Gaza was under attack. In response to Hamas rocket fire, Israel launched an all-out assault on the blockaded territory, killing 260 Palestinians. 129 of them were civilians. On Tuesday, Human Rights Watch said after a detailed investigation of the events, it has concluded that Israel's actions amount to war crimes. The organization also points out the attacks on Gaza is just part of a larger context of Israel's ongoing occupation.
The events are taking place amid a 14-year crushing closure of the Gaza Strip, and they took place in the wake of events discriminatorily to evict, to force Palestinians out of their homes in occupied East Jerusalem. These are policies and practices that reflect the Israeli government's crimes against humanity of apartheid and persecution, practices that Human Rights Watch has documented.
Human Rights Watch says it investigated 3 Israeli strikes that killed 62 Palestinian civilians, where there were no evident military targets in the vicinity. Riyad Shkuntana lost his wife and 4 of his 5 children when their apartment building on Wahda Street collapsed.
I was under the rubble. I did not understand the situation that I was in. I was confused. I couldn't think well, and I couldn't see well. I was unable to make sense of what was going on. The building's roof was right above my body. I could hear my kids trying to reach out to me. They kept screaming, "Father, Father, Father." But then their voices stopped suddenly, and I couldn't hear them anymore.
Wahda Street is a busy thoroughfare in central Gaza City. Israel said its target was an underground command center. But Human Rights Watch says the Israeli army couldn't offer any further details of the target, and that it's admitted that it didn't know its exact size and location at the time of the attack. Hundreds of Palestinians were left homeless, forced to shelter in UN schools and other makeshift facilities.
We ask the world to stand with us and not leave us like this. Our homes were destroyed and now we live in the streets. We need home and beds to sleep in. We also need floor, as the supplies that are given to us are not enough for the people. Try to support us, as the situation is really difficult.
Human Rights Watch also said armed Palestinian groups committed unlawful attacks, launching more than 4,000 rockets towards Israel in May. It says its findings on those attacks will be released in a separate report. Nizar Sadawi.